Hey guys, saying it's live. We're gonna be doing pickled avocado, really simple recipe, few ingredients, a jar, a couple underripe avocados, which we'll get into, and that's it. Really easy, goes with a lot of things, and just, no, that sucks. Cool. Hey guys, saying it's live. We're gonna be doing pickled avocados, a new way of using and utilizing avocados for me, because we're gonna be using them unripened. Easy peasy. You want to start off with two unripe avocados. So you don't want it to where it's like rock hard green to where you could, hit it like a baseball. You want something that's got a little bit of give to it, and that I'm gonna have and try to open and scoop out with a spoon like I would a ripe avocado. Like these could probably even be like we could have done it yesterday. And then I'm gonna try to scoop it out. When it's unripe like that, it kind of separates from the skin rather well too. Nice. So still firm, but like that. Like I wouldn't want to make guacamole quite yet. 2 avocados in this recipe. And again, it's starting to get a little ripe, but the inside is probably like really not desirable. Yeah, so the reason why, I recommend using a little bit of an unripened mango, oh my God. A little bit of an unripened avocado, because if it was super creamy in the vinegar, I think the texture would just get a little mushy. It might start to fall apart a little bit more. Might be really good. You know me, I'm all about experimenting, especially with the food. So give it a shot, but I'm guessing the vinegar will have kind of a real mushifying reaction to it. Yeah, so we're gonna make our brine. Now, a lot of folks are like, yeah, you gotta heat up your brine and melt the sugar and the salt. It helps, right? And in this application, it might even work really nicely to have a little bit of a quick blanch on the avocado. I'm not necessarily against that, but either way, hot or not, just make sure your salts and your sugars are dissolved in the liquid. You could do that by putting them in a jar and just shaking them, Kind of like simple syrup. Oh, you gotta heat it. You don't. Turns out you don't. You can also put that in a jar, shake it. But for today's application, we're gonna heat it a little bit. So let me turn this bad boy on. 1 cup of water. And then we're gonna do 1 cup of vinegar. Again, use whatever vinegar you want. I don't really care. I recommend we're gonna do half a cup of apple cider. I love vinegar. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's underrated. People people are willing to shell out a little money for a good bottle of olive oil, as you should. But I feel like people are a little hesitant on like, $23 for a bottle of vinegar. But I'll tell you what, yeah, underrated in the pantry, at least in America. All right, 1 cup of that. Then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of salt. Don't worry, stuff grows on trees. Yeah, 1 tablespoon of salt. And then we're gonna do 1/3 cup light brown sugar. All right, 1/3 cup. 1/3 cup. Here we go. And just do a little swirly swirl. Get that melting. And then our vinegar. Add that right in there too. Get that warm. I don't want, we don't need to go boiling here. Just to help kind of, things melt in hot water, Brad. I think everyone gets that. And then I'm gonna peel a little bit of garlic. I'm gonna slice up and do like 2. Oh, that's the good stuff. Garlic season is amongst us. It's exciting. It's for the chickens. I give my chickens garlic too. I think my wife and kids named a few, but I don't need to go getting too attached. And I mean, let's face it, yeah, we're gonna eat the eggs, and then listen, one starts getting a little a little too broody or a little too aggressive. We get a rooster, starts really getting, that's it, man. Eating them. So I don't need to go naming them, and you know what I'm saying? Add 2 cloves of garlic, crushed and chopped. Nice, okay, right into the brine there. So then we have a nice jar here, all right, quart. And what I like to do, I'll put 1 in, just in the halves, just like this. Boom, all right, 1 in there. Boom, stagger them. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, we could have even put another 1 in. Ooh. Right in there, Baba. Right in there, Baba. Little crushed red pepper flake, seedless. This one's from Turkey. It's called Maraspa beer. And then I got a little bit of pinch of salt in there just because it was actually an accident, and a little bit of black pepper. We're gonna sprinkle that over it. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice right there. And I'll add a little bit of cilantro. And then we're gonna pour a brine over it, guys. Let me get that garlic in there. Look at that. I have one that's about a week old that I tasted yesterday. It was delightful. Texture was great. Some of the outside texture of the green gets like a little mouchade and starts to get a little murky. Some people would probably be like, ew, but it was actually quite nice. I think that's beautiful. I think the sweet spot's like a day or two. Ooh, that smells good. I'm gonna do another little pinch of pep. Yeah, buddy. Here we go. Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna give it a little shake. Look at that, huh? Put it on your shelf. Little avocado garlic vinegar globe. So I'm gonna pop that in the fridge, let it chill. I have a little chicken that I did on the smoker the other day, a little smoked chicken salad that I prepared, a little sourdough. We're gonna do a little open face. Put in some of those pickled avocados. Call it lunch. It's an apple tree. We have a good relationship. These are white cherries. I just let them make like a liquid for like a year. But these are some really cool beach plums that I packed in some salt, like a little riff on like a umeboshi plum. It's the gill plate to a giant bluefin tuna. And I'm gonna use it as like a platter to serve sushi on. So yeah, this is the swap we have. It's a little different. I am anticipating that recipe that we set up and this one, the same thing, would be really nice. Like I said before, I think it'd be that sweet spot would just be like 2 days. But as you can see, most of the orange most of the green has kind of been pulled and stripped from the vinegar on the outside. Let's see what it looks like when you cut it. Yeah, this one probably went too far. I also threw a little green tomato in there. Let's see what that did. Oh, well, that looks good. All right, bonus, that's going on the sandwich. And then I got a little bit of sourdough, a little sesame sourdough kind of thing. Here's that chicken salad I was talking about. Beautiful, smoked chicken. It's got a little bit of this in there, and that's kind of it. And then just a little bit of mayonnaise, and we're living the dream. So we got pickled green, and then maybe I'll slice up a couple. Oh God, it's embarrassing. You know what? I'm gonna cut it in half there. I think that's nice. And I just put a little butter on it, and I toasted it up in a little cast iron, a little quick there. That looks good to me. And then what I'm gonna do is cut up this avocado. I'm gonna mix it right into the salad because it's still firm. Well, let's try it. We never tried it, Brad. Whoa. Ooh. We kind of like it. It has a very custardy, almost like it was a very ripe avocado, which is very cool. Very acidic. Picked up the sugar. It's quite nice. Actually, I think this would make a really cool guacamole. 50-50 regular avocado to this. Oh my God, let's do that next. That's a good idea, Brad. So small dice, we'll add that right into there. Or like a medium dice, what am I talking about? Large dice, whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna mix it up. Let me try it with a piece of chicken. I bet you it's gonna be awesome. Oh my God. It's one of the best things I've ever made in my life. We'll put a little bit of tomato down on the bottom, then we'll do a little bit on top. And I'm just gonna put a little cilantro on top too. When I tasted it a day or two in, it picked up the pickling spices and vinegar and salts and sugars and stuff, which was really nice. But it still had that like firm, like slight little like crunch, fibery texture to it, which was actually kind of nice in its own unique way. But I also really dig bringing it a few days more and getting it into that like mushy state because it's just delightful and very bright. Little pickled avocado, smoked chicken salad, all right? You can get that at Cafe Brad, no doubt. How much you think? 15 bucks? Sounds right. Cafe Brad sucks. Besides that nice little creamy fattiness and and that flavor of an avocado, which just goes, I think, perfectly with chicken. When it has that vinegar to it, it just adds like, it's really nice. It's really good in a chicken salad. I think it would be a really fun way to fool around with making guacamole. Give it a shot, guys. Make some at home. And I put some garlic in there. I think this is just a really open palate to being able to to adapt and cook with the ingredients that you have at your house. You know, if something's really going off in your garden or something, throw a little bit of that in there. Thanks for joining, guys. We'll see you next time. Bon appetit. Love that noise.
You want more?
Yeah.